9,000 kilometers from Kyiv, an American is helping young Ukrainians block out the chaos that's swirling all around them.
I spend my life right now in two worlds.
Sarah Carr teaches literature to teenagers at an international school in Kyiv. In mid-February, the U.S. Embassy there urged her to evacuate the country, warning,
"We cannot protect you if this invasion happens. We're not going to be able to get you out." And there's been a couple times.
So now, back in Boulder, Colorado, at 11 o'clock every evening,
I plug into my computer, I open my Zoom. All right, guys, and I'm waiting, like, who's going to come today? Who's going to show up?
the hostilities have sent her students scattering to bomb shelters, Ukrainian villages, and other countries where they and their families have taken refuge. Safety is their top priority, but education comes a close second.
They just want the normalcy of class. Being at school is something that hasn't changed. It's something that they can still count on, someplace solid, because everything else is not solid.
One of her students,
she said to me, "Ms. Carr, it's so nice to have familiar voices. I just want to hear the familiar voices, and that gives me comfort, and it gives me a sense of hope and future." And they're all kind of looking for that right now.
And yet things are far from normal.
Students who were in the middle of class saying things like, "I gotta leave because I'm evacuating right now. I'm gonna leave right now because there's bombing. I'm sorry." One of my students showed up as she was like in the car using data, and they were evacuated. She was at the, on her way in a car at the Polish border.
She suspects some help defend Kyiv when they're not in class. Carr recently asked her students to describe their city as a person in a poem. Here's what Alexei wrote.
"A beautiful person, a person of heart and humanity, but now with black boots, black pants, getting ready for its own funeral, but with sword and shield in hands, ready to protect itself from another with no heart nor humanity. My motherland, Kiev."
Carr, who wears Ukraine's national flower, says while some of her kids worry their dreams have been shattered over the past few weeks, others believe education could be their salvation.
As you read this, it was a realization for me, the importance of what I do every day. Kids are really seeing that education is something that's a future for them. Weirdly enough, as an English teacher, you would think I would have words for it, but I don't. I can't describe it.
She feels numb, helpless, and inadequate.
Am I doing the right thing? What can I possibly do to make this better for the kids?
Students whose lives have changed so dramatically. Here in this much more tranquil setting, she's offering a refuge of her own, an escape.
I'm a teacher and I love my students. I miss them.
Hendrik Sabrandi, CGTN, Denver.